Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Cody Heron. He was the sport bike rider who decided to jump on a woman of color's back window and jump up and down until it smashed, shattering glass all over her two kids that were in the vehicle. So they were also assaulted by this idiot's decisions in life, or lack of. And then, to top it off, he dropped his gun and then pointed the gun at her, and even then she still stood her ground and went up to him, and then he headbutted her, and then later she went over and just knocked over his motorcycle, and then he got on it and rode away. But there was also other people in the crowd that were also involved, but he was the one that mainly did the assaulting, broke the window, all that, and they caught him, and his job turned him in. Yay, great place of employment. They turned his ass in. So anyways, you probably heard about this story in the news. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay, so this is the site I have up. We got him, that's what he looks like, and the bail was increased. Originally the bail was set at $2.5 million, which you have to cover, I think it is 10% to get bailed out. $250,000, which would have to be put up. He probably wasn't getting out. For whatever reason, something rubbed the judge the wrong way, and it was increased to $4 million, meaning he would need to come up with $400,000, him, family member, grandparent, whoever, friend, whatever, to bail him out of jail. Otherwise, you get to sit there because you can't post bail. I think the reason why his bail was so high initially was because he decided to make a fake name, I guess, and try to discourage the cops from finding him by having a wrong name. But that just led him into probably more trouble, because now you're trying to flee. You're actively avoiding arrest because you know what you did was wrong, and you're a flight risk. Some will argue, well, it would be nice that if they would set murderers, rapists, bails high. I don't know this judge. I don't know his past record. Does he normally set the bails high? Now, it could be that his public defending lawyer will go ahead and appeal that outrageous bail, because it is pretty high, $4 million, and get it reduced. But at the meantime, he gets to sit his ass in jail as long as possible. And even if it gets reduced, it doesn't mean it's going to get reduced to an amount he could even put up. So there is that. So that is a glimmer of hope that he has a high enough bail where he sits his ass in prison, or actually jail county, for a while. I mean, he shouldn't have done what he did. I mean, he just shouldn't have done it. We've all been cut off by motorists. We've all had issues on the roadway. The thing you typically do is give the middle finger and ride away. You don't get off your bike, approach a vehicle, then climb on the vehicle and jump up and down. I don't know why she didn't just press that pedal to the metal and floored it as soon as he got on the car. That's what I would have done with a couple kids in the vehicle. But there was also other motorists, not motorists, really the ATVs, dirt bikes, motorcycles around her vehicle. So she would have had to actively flee going through those individuals. And then people would argue, well, should she take them out because of his actions? I don't know. You're fleeing. They're all part of the same group. None of them are coming to her aid. Why is that? I don't know. I don't care if she cut him off. I really don't. He is 100% guilty of his actions of being a dumbass. And he's going to have to pay for that. And here's, jumping up and down. Right there. There he is. Jumping. And then there, boom, he jumps really high, purposely wanting to break the. It breaks. He falls into the vehicle. Now, if those kids are in the back seat, man, you got glass, you got his legs coming through. That's serious right there. If you did that to me, boy. See, there's a car in front too, and then there's ATVs here. So I guess she couldn't really go anywhere. I would have try to go forward, try to go back, even if it was within feet, just to knock him off. But, she didn't. And see, he falls on his butt, and then a gun falls out. Oh, that's her plate. Okay, I thought that was where the gun fell out. Right here, they circle it. The gun falls out. See how much of the video. I don't think they have the whole video up. So unfortunately, they don't have the whole video up. So, that's all we'll go through. You've probably seen this. So I was curious because a lot of people don't seem to realize you can look up public cases. So you go to Pennsylvania's right here, a web portal, and you type in his name, you type in some dates so it will bring up anything. So I did from October 1st to today, November 20th. And he apparently has another scheduling for the 22nd here of November, so in 2 days, if I can get this video up right away. So I don't quite understand what all these mean. I kind of looked at them. When you click the docket, it brings up this docket sheet. This kind of brings up some stuff of, this is the judge, Vincent W. Furlong. Then it just says arresting agency. You got the county, Philadelphia, and I don't quite know everything, but the arresting officer, Patrick D. Cavalieri. I don't know how to say that. Sorry, but that's who arrested him. Blah blah blah. So it gives all the information. So you can see here the various case statuses, calendar of events, confirmation information, defendant information, case participants. Obviously, Cody M. Heron. That's his name. In bail type, monetary. Right here, it says the bail was set at $1 million. And this is the newest docket, so I don't know where the $4 million comes into play. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal expert. So I'm just reading it. They say it's $4 million in the news, so I got to believe that. It might be on per charge or something. That is a possibility, and I just don't understand. But, here's all the stuff he's being charged with, I guess. Aggravated assault, simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, aggravated assault, victim less than 6, aggravated assault, victim less than 13, so that means 2 kids there. The simple assault, probably for them. Recklessly endangering another person, probably for them again. Aggravated assault, victim less than 6. Aggravated assault again. Attempts to cause SBI or cause injury with extreme indifference. So you can see right here, yeah, you got aggravated assault, possession of instrument of crime with intent, terroristic threats with intent to terrorize another, tamper records or ID writing. That's because he was publicly trying to change who he was to lead police into a different direction. So that means he is a flight risk. Simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, tamper with fabricate physical evidence, again, probably trying to get rid of the gun, probably trying to change the bike or get rid of the bike, change his Facebook profiles. Again, that means he is a flight risk. Disorderly conduct engaged in fighting, accident involved damage, attended vehicle, simple assault. I don't know what these simple assaults are. Recklessly endangering another person, criminal mischief, and then this one was dismissed. Terroristic threats with intent to terrorize another. I don't know. They dismissed that one. But then proceed to court. Blah, blah, blah. So you can go look at this stuff yourself. So this is all the information. The phone numbers, the attorney's phone numbers. and what have you. That's all the information here. And then you go over, so if you go back to here and you click on the little courthouse, that's the court summary. That brings up this. And it gives you information. Cody Heron, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the male, blue, brown, white. He was arrested of October 4th, 2023. Defending attorney, Justin Charles Capek. Last action, formal arraignment. Next action is scheduling conference. I think that's just scheduling conference. I think as a layperson, that just means you're going to scheduling a time to, I don't know. Your depositions, maybe. I don't know what the scheduling conference necessarily means. Somebody let me know in the comments. But anyways, this goes back through all the stuff. Once again, tells you last action room where he was, next action room, that's where he's going. And here it says November 22nd, 2023. So we're coming up to that date. And this was printed on November 20th. So that was today, I guess. Maybe that's when I generated this. I don't know. But you can see all held for core. These are charged, changed, criminal mischief, deposed at lower court. That was the terroristic threats. But he's facing many, many, many counts. And the 4 million might actually be based on each person. Now you got the mother and you got the 2 kids, right? So you're up to 3 people. So when you add all that up, maybe the bail is correct. Maybe the bail is 4 million. I would like to see something where it said 4 million because I don't see that. We can go back to the case search here. Maybe I'll click on that docket sheet. What does that docket sheet show? Come on. That's where being a lay person, I don't quite understand. See, 1 million. So, okay. So it does show 1 million on that one. So there's these ones that say close are 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, is that because they're different, but they're all the same docket number in, oh, I get it now. It is, okay, 38, 37, 36, 35. So each of these have a bail amount of $1 million. So that is why it gets to 4 million. And the next one coming up is going to be based on this complaint number. So that's what just happened, and it's going to be coming up November 22nd. He'll be in court for years. I mean, when there's this many charges, it's going to take for years. So, okay, let's click on the same number for the docket sheet. Yeah, this is where, see, this is initially where they set on 10-4, they did 500,000, and then 10-16 went up to 1 million. Yeah. Okay. I think this is how you're supposed to read it now. Not being a legal expert, haven't been in a court of law. Just like doing this for a hobby and talking about stuff. But yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now each of these are 1 million. That's $4 million. That might be correct because it might be 1 million max on each. And the judge was like, you're trying to get it lower? We're going to go max actually on each because he is a flight risk. Because he did decide to go on social media, change his name, try to mislead investigators. And who knows if he was trying to get rid of that gun. I know I probably would have, that's human nature. So there's more charges. You're trying to hide evidence. You're trying to hide yourself. So you're a flight risk. And really at his young age, I think he's 27 years old. you can do the math right here, but I think he's 27, right? He is facing a lot of charges, and he probably has nothing to lose if try to go overseas or something. Get out of here, um, and run. I mean, honestly, we all probably would do that if we made some dumb decisions. So it is what it is. But forever, you will type in Cody Heron, and guess what? You're gonna come up with his ugly mug of what he did right here, where he headbutted the gal with the kids. And then that's not the guy. That guy is in New Zealand, so that's not him. I already clicked on some of these. That's obviously him. So you're gonna get some bogus pictures. So be careful when you're trying to pick somebody out with a name. A lot of people have the same name, but he forever when people go to search his name for employment, once he does finally get out, they're gonna see this. They're gonna see that he's assaulted people, and he clearly had a firearm within the video. It's not like the old days. This stuff is out there for everyone to see forever. For the rest of his life, this stuff, the video, the pictures, will always be out there. So think about that before you do something so drastic. I know we get enraged as writers, somebody cuts us off, somebody does something. But the thing is, I don't feel sorry for him even if she did cut him off, because these people ride in these groups. They're on illegal dirt bikes, ATVs, and what have you. And they're going around riding everywhere on sidewalks, passing people on the right, the left, going in intersections, doing donuts, doing all this crazy stuff. So if you're going to be doing all that, you got to expect people don't know where you're at, and you're definitely going to get cut off. And it's not going to necessarily be on purpose. It's because your group that you chose to ride with is all over the roadway. No one likes these people. There's not one single person that's like, oh, that's pretty cool. The only people that think that's cool are these people in the video on the ATVs, on the dirt bikes, on the unplated street bikes, because they're not running plates out there. A lot of these vehicles are stolen, either from dealerships where they break into the dealer, they steal the stuff on the showroom floor, or from people's, garages and homes and apartments, and they're out there riding these stolen goods, And it's I don't know how you fix that, really. I don't think a city can, and I think that's the issue. And these young people nowadays have found going out there and riding these large groups, they know, yeah, a handful of us are going to get arrested, tickets, what have you, and hassled and chased, but the other half of us, they're not going to catch because there's too many of us. And that is something that I don't know how you fix. I don't know how you fix that. I don't think you can. And, it's sad, but this individual, from his dumb actions, from jumping on the car, man, all he had to do was give her the middle finger and continue on his way. That's all. And she would have probably been like, okay, whatever. And that's it. That's the end of it. You let out your frustration that way versus letting out your frustration by getting off your bike, jumping on her car, breaking the rear window. He probably didn't know there was kids in the vehicle, but it doesn't matter. Now you got to think there could be somebody in the back, and you're jumping, and it breaks through. Glasses on them. It could hurt them. It traumatizes them. She claims in one of the news reports that, the kids aren't sleeping well now. She's probably not sleeping well. It's a lot of hassle. It's a lot of traumatization that they're going to have to go through, maybe for life. Those kids might never like motorcycles at all because of him, because that puts a bad taste in your mouth. Oh, I don't know why I don't like bikes when they grow up, because they might not remember it even by the time they grow up, but it might be, for some reason, I just don't like motorcycles. I don't like these type of people. And they won't know why, but they're going to feel that way. And these people are what we don't need in the riding community. They really hurt us as riders. Anyone that's a real motorcyclist, not somebody that's out there, a hoodlum that is doing wheelies and doing this. These are all just thugs. These are thugs with motorcycles, that are just causing chaos and mayhem on the roadways, and they think it's cool. It's so cool that I get out there in this group and I can act tough because I'm in this group. I got that pack mentality that they got my back, I got their back, and we could do whatever we want and we won't get caught. Except everyone videos everything nowadays. You young people don't seem to realize that the days of not being on video doesn't exist now. If there's a big group like this, there's a chance there's 20, 30, 40 GoPros going. And there's people with phones recording you all. There's cars with dash cams now. It's harder to get away with stuff. You know, the days of when I got cut off and I flick somebody off, or, pull up to a stoplight and maybe hit their side window and like, hey, what are you doing? Those days are over because everyone has videos. It's not something you should be doing. It's just not wise. There's a good chance somebody reports you to the police. Oh, that's snitching. No, that's life. That's people are going to report you, and they're going to probably follow up when it's something serious like this, and they're going to find you. They're going to charge you, and now you just ruined the rest of your life. He won't be riding a dirt bike anymore. So be it. Anyways, you all take care, and I just want to talk about this Cody Heron guy, kid. He's gonna be probably in prison. Will he get a long sentence? Oh, I guess he's 26 actually. I said 27 earlier, but he's 26. Is he gonna get a long sentence? Probably not in the grand scheme of things. I would be surprised if he gets 10 years, let's say. If he gets 10 years, he'll be out in a couple with good, behavior. But somebody like him in prison, I don't know. They might not have an easy time. I don't know, though. Never been to prison. So couldn't tell you just from shows I've watched, what have you. He might not have a good time, pulling a gun on a mother and traumatizing two kids. It's probably not the same as being a pedo, but it's still, you're doing something against a mother and kids. And they tend not to like that in prison. At least that's what we're told. So we'll see. Anyways, you all take care, stay well, stay safe, and don't get out there and ride like this idiot. Get out there and actually just go for a nice ride and enjoy it.